Good morning, everyone out there in cyber world. I'm Jeff Chapman, and I'm here to kick off our webinar this morning. Sorry, there was a little bit of a mix-up with the link. YouTube decided to give us 2 new links overnight, so hopefully people are getting on now, and you will be all in here and joining us soon. Well, once again, like I said, really welcome to everyone, and just to let everyone know, yes, this is live. Actually, it's a combination of live and previously taped portions for some of the folks and some of the subject matter experts that you'll be hearing from today. But all of this will be captured and up on our channel and will be available from our website once this is over. So you will have the ability to go back and access this information. So this is basically the agenda that we're going through today. We will be getting a welcome from our chairman and president, Mike Semmens. And so you'll see we have it divided into 3 different portions. The first is the welcome from Mike, and then we'll be going through a demo of the website, profiles, the forum, the mobile app. So it's basically it's technically where we came from, what we're doing, and what we're providing to the world. Next, we'll take just a short break for everybody to go grab a cup of coffee or whatever you may have to do in that 5 or 10 minutes. And then we'll be starting a session of getting 3 to 5 minute overviews from the subject matter experts, or SMEs as we call them, in the different areas that will be are on our forum, and these folks will be moderating and providing input and answering questions along the way. We'll take another short break, a couple of more subject matter experts, and then we'll be wrapping things up for the day. So hopefully everybody is online now, and sit back, get your pencils out. You might want to take some notes, or put your thinking caps on anyway, because there's a lot of information for us to go through. So really excited and really looking forward to go forward. The first person up, like I said, is our president, Mike Semmens, and he'll be giving a welcome.
Hi, my name is Mike Semmens. I'm the chairman of the National Cyber Exchange and one of its original founders. I'd like to welcome you to our presentation today. I'm pleased you're here, and I hope you find it very informative. With that, let me give you a little overview of the National Cyber Exchange. The NCX is a nonprofit member organization dedicated to the sharing of cybersecurity intelligence and threat information sharing. We also solve real world problems. Risk management is a big problem that all corporations and individuals need to solve, and we support that in many levels. We support education at appropriate levels and scientific R&D as well. We started in 2010, and we knew that sharing of cyber information was going to be critically important. Cyber is an asymmetric threat. That means you don't know where it's coming from or in what form it'll arrive. So having intelligence, understanding what the threats are and how to counter them is critically important. So we knew it was important. We started as the Center for Information Age Transformation, and which was a thought leadership organization. Then we changed to the Western Cyber Exchange, and a couple of years ago we moved to become the National Cyber Exchange. We looked for many ways to share information, and there's many difficulties, both technical, legal, and otherwise. And we searched for ways to effectively share that information, made a lot of mistakes, found a lot of things that worked that wouldn't scale, And now we have found a system that will scale and I think serve everyone that's involved. We became an information sharing and analysis organization with the Department of Homeland Security in 2015. That means we can pull their computers for threat data and we can share that with our members. We can do research and so forth and so on. And it's a very meaningful thing. Well, since we started, we now pull data from over 24 more sources. And so we have a very robust collection of threat information. Second problem we have to solve is how do you get it to people in a usable form? We're looking for a machine to machine transfer capability so we can be in real time or near real time. That's where the research and development, technology development comes in. And that's what we'll be working on for some time. This graphic shows what our current ISAO configuration is. We have a number of servers, a number of analysis programs that we use on those servers, and we have, of course, programs that pull for data, store data, a lot of databases, and so forth and so on. We're currently moving this center to the cloud for greater accessibility and greater scalability. In terms of solution, NCX is being very aggressive in this area. We do work with a lot of small businesses, medium businesses, and they all recognize that cybersecurity is an absolute need. Cyber threats are a true threat to every business, and they're looking for affordable ways of solving this problem. So what we have done is put together a program working with some of our partners where we can actually put together risk management support. So through our members, we have great expertise in doing assessments, remediating, and getting people into compliance with standards or just a good compliance with best practice, a good, safe, secure profile. And then we work with insurance companies to allow them to buy cyber insurance to cover the remainder of the risk. This is the approach all businesses need to take, and we're trying to make it happen at a very deep discount. In addition, we provide individual identity protection insurance through ID Shield, and we've gotten a tremendous discount on that. So the employees of a business or individuals that participate in NCX can buy this insurance at a very deep discount and protect their individual wealth. And so these are solutions that we're trying to bring to our members and the nation abroad. As I mentioned, we've tried a lot of things to figure out how to share data. And we have finally landed on a 3-tier platform through which we will share the information. We believe this is important for the following reason. At the end of 2016, the population of the United States was 326 million people. Of that 326, 287 million went to the internet on one device or another. That means we have a very large surface area for attacks and for vulnerabilities. That means we've got 287 million targets in this country. And we refer to these folks as cyber citizens. These are people that go to work on a corporation or a government network. They come home and they work on their own computer, and then they go back to work the next day. They may use thumb drives. They may use other devices. They need to learn all about the threat. They need to understand that the threat is real and then understand how to manage it and protect themselves. And they also need to understand the importance of the corporate programs as well. So what we have developed is this 3-tier architecture, which is shown in this graphic. The top level is the public portal. It's where all the membership stuff is handled. It's where we have our resource registry. NCX has very rich resource registry, which are members with a great deal of cyber expertise who provide this expertise to other members at a discount. But if you're looking for help and who can do what, you can find it on the NCX Resource Registry. So that handles membership, obviously the public information. Then we move down to the middle portal, and that we call that the forum, the member forum. It is rich in information in libraries and articles, and we provide alerts. And these alerts go out through handheld devices that work on both iOS and Android devices. And so you get alerts of new threats, or you get information. You can access all the forum information from your mobile app. So we're putting it in your hand. When you get an alert, it's analogous to an Amber Alert. So you know something up or something's new, and you have to respond to it, and allows everyone to be aware at an appropriate level. We work with the cyber citizen, we work with cyber executives, cyber government personnel and leadership, and of course, we do a lot of work with IT professionals and information security professionals as well. For the latter, we have the third tier, which is the ISAL. This will be in the cloud. It will support detailed research and analysis. It will also be an outstanding place for interns to increase and expand their education, and we will support workforce development through those activities. So this is a three-tier platform that we believe will serve the entire nation, and folks from individuals at home, PTAs, students, businesses, the government. We can work with everyone, and we bring in a number of subject matter experts which share their expertise with everyone, and we have it industry by industry. So whether your industry is manufacturing or insurance or something else, you'll be able to follow the trends in your own industry. The prices are very, very reasonable, and the information is in your hand, as I said, and very, very and tailored for your need. So I hope you'll join us. I hope you'll join our tribe and start sharing information, start learning. We will have events. We'll have events on a regional basis. We'll have webinars as we are right now, and we'll be providing information to folks on a nationwide basis. Today, you're going to hear more about the platform, about what's in the webpage, how to subscribe and/or become a member, what you can achieve in the forum, what you can access, and then a little bit about what the ISAL is going to be about. And then you'll hear from some of our subject matter experts, and they will address various topics that are important to industry today. So again, I hope you join us, and I hope you find today very informative. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name's Mike Schmidt. I'm one of many volunteers that have come together over the last 18 months to help develop and deploy the National Cyber Exchange, a unique citizen-led and focused cyber threat and alerting platform. But before we dive into details, I'd like to thank Mike Simmons, who preceded me on this video, for his foresight and vision back in 2010 when he created the Western Cyber Exchange, or WCX, the precursor to the NCX. Through a lot of hard work and engineering, some contracts with the DoD and with DHS, brought together a number of unique solutions that we'll be deploying through our architecture. So in today's launch event, and we welcome you, we're going to do a kind of a unique webinar format and introducing a number of NCX leadership members, as well as SME or subject matter experts during this 90-minute presentation. So I'm going to kick off the program with a overview of mission and vision in terms of our goals and objectives, and then I'll dive into a little bit of the history of the timeline and how we got here. I'll cover a little bit of the three-tier architecture for the NCX, beginning with the ISAL Threat Exchange platform. I'll then transition into an overview of the website, which provides all of our membership services and registry entries for vendors, as well as our collaborative services. And then we'll have Mike McGonigal follow me, and he'll do an overview of the NCX forum and our unique iPhone apps and Android apps for smartphones. So we welcome you to the launch event. Be sure you hang on until the end. We'll be providing a special discount code that you can use to sign up on the membership, NCX membership forum on the website. So there's a lot to cover, a lot of ground in 90 minutes. So thanks for joining us, and we hope you enjoy our presentations.
Okay, let's get started. Quick overview of the vision and mission of the NCX. Early on in our restructuring development, we wanted to make sure that the NCX would become a premier and trusted source for cybersecurity information, training, education, cyber threat alerting, sharing, and best practices, where we would really be targeting this to all U.S. citizens, obviously via our cyber citizen concept, small businesses, commercial enterprises, and what we like to call collaborating government agencies. As many of you know, some agencies communicate better than others, and there are other U.S. government as well as local and state governments that are interested in sharing information more readily, and this is the purpose for this integrated ISAL strategy that the NCX is pursuing. So that was one of our key visions right out of the gate. In terms of our mission, as a nonprofit, we wanted to make sure that we had cybersecurity education at the top of the list, but also being able to capture as much threat information as we could, and is what things are called incidents of compromises and potentially, monitoring information at various locations, and be able to provide a complete alerting and notification platform for our members. Part of this is in terms of being able to reach out into the community at all levels. So this is a multi-tiered approach in terms of our strategy. And obviously being a citizen-directed website, online forum, and utilizing the mobile app tools, we really feel that the NCX can reach down into these communities on a much more fluid and dynamic fashion. And obviously our kind of our byline is that we aim to equip all cyber citizens with trusted tools and resources. Now, part of the history of the NCX really started out as the Western Cyber Exchange, as I indicated before. And this was done back in 2010 when it was initially established to get off the ground as an ISAO exchange. Obviously, in 2012, the first analysis center was created, and then I believe in the 2013 timeframe, a Stix and Taxi exchange in terms of gathering threat data and then transferring and delivering it to constituent researchers and analysts was successfully completed. In 2014, there was a major milestone for the NCX, and that was the integration of the Cyber Information Sharing Collaboration Program. And this was a key development for the organization, as part of what the DHS has been attempting to do is to basically create a multi-tiered information cyber sharing model across sectors. And up until now and up until that time, it really hadn't been performed that effectively. And there are a number of other organizations and agencies across the United States that are attempting to do this, and we are aware of their efforts, but we believe that no one's taken a holistic approach as the NCX has in achieving this, and we do have some experience dating back to 2014. Obviously, adding AIS capability in 2015, did our name change in 2016, and then really started focusing in the 2017 and 2018 in developing our three-tier platform, not only with the ISAL threat sharing exchange but also our website and our NCX forum. So this is some of the things that we want to go into more detail in our presentation today. And again, this Cyber Information Sharing Collaboration Program, you can look this up on the internet. It's quite a detailed program at DHS. If some of you are interested in learning more about it, we can get you direct links. Okay, let's dive into the overview of the NCX platform. And this is really our three-tier cybersecurity sharing architecture that's been developed and in various stages of evolution. Number one is the NCX ISAL threat exchange platform, which kind of sits at the base. This is all of the threat data that comes from DHS and a number of other third-party threat organizations that are culling information and bringing it together for analysis. We will have access to multiple feeds of threat data through the NCX ISAL. And number one, this really provides us with that core platform of information dissemination for our members. And the next level is obviously the website, which provides our main services for membership and registry directories and collaboration services. And it's really the core of our branding as well as our outreach and communications. And then obviously the NCX forum and the mobile apps, which I'll have Mike McGonigal finish up and provide you a deeper dive on that as we move forward. So let's take a look at the initial 3-tier architecture and dive into the NCX ISAL. This is the 3 main websites in terms of the URLs. So the nationalcyber.org is the primary website domain name. Nationalcyber.us is the forum web domain name, and ncxisal.org will be the ISAL domain name. And we like to say that we are your trusted source for cybersecurity information. And this unique 3-tier architecture, if you can see on the slide here, we kind of outlined some of the features and benefits of each one of them. And we'll go into a little bit more detail in the slides to come, but I just wanted to give you this quick overview. One of the things that has become apparent to us over the last 18 months was this need to develop this 3-tier platform so that we could focus on a variety of target constituent markets as well as user bases. So we're talking small business, commercial enterprises, the SLIT community, and this is the state, local, tribal, and territorial governments. And also we wanted to be able to create directed communication channels for both our cyber citizen and cyber executives, which really form the core of our NCX strategy. And starting out initially, this NCX ISAL, what we call a cyber threat exchange center, is really the core of the STIX and TAXII and unique SQL database architectures that we can communicate a number and a variety of these threat data and then make that threat data available to analysis packages that can be utilized by a variety of cyber researchers as well as active defense players. Part of this ISAL structure, as you can see in this diagram, and I believe Mike showed this earlier, is basically kind of a unique architecture of software and an integrated cloud architecture that allows us to disseminate this information not only down into the market, but also pull information back up again. So this is a key infrastructure and architectural dynamic. What we want to do with the ISAL, obviously, is to encourage private sector cyber collaboration. So part of this mission of any ISAL is obviously collect information and share it with its constituent members. We are also aware that there are a number of ISACs in the marketplace in terms of information sharing organizations that are vertically oriented to specific industries like utilities, manufacturing, aerospace, etc. And we feel that we'll have a pretty good way and methodology for integrating with a number of ISAL and ISACs that already exist in the marketplace and attempting to do this aggregation in terms of threat data availability, as well as pulling in, incidences of compromise and certain types of remote monitoring information from sensitive critical infrastructure sites. And that is a real goal for the core of the ISAL model with the NCX, is to reach out and get down to as low a framework as possible in each one of these different industry segments. Part of the tools, in terms of open source, and this is a key area, we know that there are a number of open source tools in the marketplace for managing malware and threat data, doing analysis and coming up with behavior reviews. A number of endpoint devices that are being scanned and reviewed. All of this information tends to be quite lengthy, large, and complicated. And what's interesting about the ISAL is that over the past, say, 4, 5, 6 years, there's been a review of a number of these software products in the marketplace and open source solutions that we can test and deploy for the benefit of our members. Some of the things that we're focusing on is the utilization of virtual machines, the ability of bringing website tools in and out of these various analysis environments on a distributed cloud basis. So there's a lot of architectural work underway. Due to the sensitive nature of some of the communications infrastructure, the things we don't want to go into a whole lot of detail of how it actually works in the back end for security reasons, but suffice to say that we've got a lot of smart people working on this segment of the model. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ncx.org site. This is the main website. And again, I just want to run through a couple of quick areas of key takeaways for you so you can understand what its role is and how it's going to provide services for our community. And again, this is the primary web destination for the National Cyber Exchange. This will have, various pieces of information in terms of updated news. It'll have program information. It's the subscriber management architecture. People will actually register for their accounts through here. They'll maintain their primary profiles, etc. And the real focus for the website is obviously our NCX Cyber Citizen. So the Cyber Citizen is really this $14.95 a year membership, really designed for the bulk of cyber citizens in the marketplace that need quick, updated information, news alerts, and also education about cybersecurity. We are actually offering a number of unique training and education and what we call cyber hygiene information as we move along for the cyber citizen. And then with that $14.95 a year membership, you get access to the information over our smartphone apps, which I'll discuss here in a bit. The next level of membership is called the Cyber Executive. This is a $49.95 a year membership, a little bit more geared towards the small business person or commercial enterprise manager that's got a large, security footprint, or maybe even a small but highly valuable footprint, if you will, that needs to be protected. They're going to want to get tips and techniques and best practices, and this is really geared for that cybersecurity oriented individual. And this membership will come with some additional feature sets, in terms of collaboration with other subject matter experts through our forum, and also the ability to get access to newsletters and so forth. So it's quite a value for $49.95 a year. And I do want to mention that the Cyber IS Pro and the Cyber Gov memberships we will be talking about probably the first part of the year. We're not covering them now because we're just launching initially with these two programs, but you'll hear more about that in the coming months. And wanted to be sure to outline this NCX apps. This is the Android and iOS apps that support our NCX forum. Mike McGonigal is going to go into a lot more detail on this, but these are both supporting the full NCX forum architecture, of which we are proud to launch here this month. Here's your NCX team. This is a talented group of people that have come together here over the last 18 months to bring this dream to reality. Mike Simmons, obviously our esteemed leader, Mike McGonigal, Darla Lint, myself, Matt Tidcombe, Jeff Chapman, and Richard Lewis. You can see all of our relative roles and responsibilities there on the slide. We have a number of subject matter experts that have come together as well. You can see all of their breakdowns and bios on the website under the About Us and Subject Matter Experts area. We have a number of board advisors and industry professionals that are going to be coming on board our board of advisors, and we'll be making some announcements on that soon. So got a great team of people put together, and you'll be seeing a lot of exciting developments here over the next several months. So moving on, let's dive into some of the membership services on the website. This is the location where you're actually able to register for a NCX Cyber Citizen account or a Cyber Executive account. 1, 2, 3 click process in terms of selecting the membership you want and processing it through PayPal with a credit card. You'll be notified of your membership status, and then we'll be emailed with login credentials. What's key about this is that we have the ability for you to set up one account on the NCX website and have that same set of login credentials work for the NCX forum as well as for the iPhone apps or Android apps. So single sign-on capability and protected login information across all three platforms. Part of our NCX member services is our Legal Shield and ID Shield, where we have legal and identity theft protection from Legal Shield. We've got some really attractive pricing in terms of family and individual memberships. I encourage you to take a look on the website to see what that looks like. And then again, complete identity and credit monitoring services, quite a complete package for the cyber citizen or cyber executive. We have a complete registry on the website for vendors and sponsors who want to be able to provide either subject matter expert information or have products and services that would suit our members' needs or requirements. We will be announcing some of our sponsorship programs here in the coming months as we roll out this registry program, but this is live and on the site now. You can get an idea of some of the vendors that are there. We plan on adding many more over the coming weeks and months to fill out this complete services platform. In the back of that, obviously, I spoke a little bit about the user profiles. Each cyber citizen and cyber exec, IS Pro and Gov member will be given a contact information, a profile screen area, as well as corporate and professional background, an option to put a photograph up. All of this contact information entered in on the website will be editable in one location, but printed and published in two locations. So you'll actually have the same profile information automatically published for you on the NCX forum site, so you don't have to do it twice, and you can maintain the editing of it in one location. So that's kind of the highlights of the website now. We are planning, we'll be doing some things in some portals in the future. We'll be adding some vertical market information blog sites, and we'll be doing some very exciting things with social media, but we'll be announcing those in the coming months. So at this time, what I'd like to do is to ask Mike McGonigal to come in and follow up and do his overview on the NCX forum. He's got quite a pitch and presentation that I think you're going to enjoy. Again, I really appreciate your time today in spending your time with us at the NCX to see our launch of our innovative platform. We look forward to working with you in the future and hope to see you as a future member on the NCX platform. Take care.
Hello, my name is Mike McGonigal, and I'm excited to share an overview of our forum and app. We've been working on this for some time and hope that it'll bring you support at home, work, or in your professional growth. I'm a recent retiree who, through my naval career, has been able to learn many aspects of information systems, and the thing I found most interesting is info security and how it's handled. And that's why I joined this project, to share my experience and hopefully pass that information on to you. Here's an example of our forum. As you can see at the top of the navigation bar, these are the groups that we've broken them down to. Each group has identical categories underneath it, and by clicking on these categories, you can get to the information previously described. The forum is broken down into 4 categories we call the 4 A's of NCX. First, alerts, high interest items that you want to be aware of. We put these out as notifications on the application, on your phone, or on your tablet. Awareness. These are everyday items that we will update you on critical information that you might be aware of, but just need a reminder of. Password changes, different things like that. Announcements. This is where we will keep you posted of meetings, future trainings, different collaborations that you might be interested in. And then articles. This is where we'll be taking articles across the web and putting them and giving additional information so that you can keep updated. In addition, we have forums, where there is a question and answer. We'll be able to have our subject matter experts come in, answer these questions, and follow up with additional answers if needed. And then our blogs, also performed by our SMEs, subject matter experts, will be posted so that you have some in-depth knowledge of insight into the information security that these professionals are working with. Here's an example of our forum. As you can see at the top of the navigation bar, these are the groups that we've broken them down to. Each group has identical categories underneath it, and by clicking on these categories, you can get to the information previously described. Here's an example of our post on our forum. As you can see, we're in Cyber Citizen group under the category of Cyber Citizen articles. And this is one example of an article that we pulled from an internet source. The article has links, additional information in it, and below it you'll be able to post questions and even see other questions and answers that people have responded to for this particular item. This is a great way to get all your information in one location. This is an example of our application. It's available on Android and Apple, and we are able to review the same information you are on the forum on a regular website. And finally, we have a screenshot of an alert notification. This is our means of disseminating information as quickly as possible to you. Once you click on the notification, it'll take you directly to the application and further information of what we're attempting to distribute. And finally, we have a screenshot of an alert notification. This is our means of disseminating information as quickly as possible to you. Once you click on the notification, it'll take you directly to the application and further information of what we're attempting to distribute. Examples of this could be data breaches, new malware, new threats that could be for your home or work. Thank you for your time for watching this overview. If there's any further questions, please email support@nationalcyber.org.
Hi, I'm Rich Davis, and I'm the founder of Davis & Associates, a cybersecurity and e-discovery consultancy. As a member of the National Cyber Exchange Organization, I'm delighted to have this opportunity to introduce myself to you. As one of National Cyber Exchange's subject matter experts, I bring over 25 years of experience to bear as an IBM alum, e-discovery lawyer, information security, and data privacy expert in helping NCX complete its mission. As a professional, I've been truly fortunate over the years. I've had the opportunity to leverage my skills in a variety of scenarios. I've worked here in the US and in countries around the world on complex matters involving litigation, merger and acquisition due diligence, and federal regulatory inquiries impacting companies around the world. In addition to working in management for some of America's top law firms, I've provided technology advisory services to the US government as well as private sector tech companies around the world. I consider it a true privilege to be a member and SME of the NCX organization, which is comprised of a multidisciplinary group of professionals from all different verticals. NCX's primary mission. NCX's mission is to bring a heightened awareness of cybersecurity issues to America's corporate executives and private citizens. I'm excited to help NCX execute this mission. I'll be providing members of NCX with access to resources, training, and important cyber threat information which can help protect your family, community, and workplaces. In the coming weeks, I and other subject matter experts will be providing information to help fulfill NCX's mission by giving online seminars, delivering white papers on topics that are relevant to you, in helping to shore up corporate and personal cyber defenses. In addition, of course, to cultivating dialogue around cybersecurity issues. Some of my upcoming webinars include the following topics. I'll be talking about spear phishing and whaling, why executives need cybersecurity at home as well as in the office, a very important topic. I'll be talking about dormant cyber liability in your supply chain. Do you know whether or not the organizations you contract with have the requisite level of cybersecurity? Then I'll be talking about a subject that is complex to some, but I'll make it easy. Cloud-based virtualization. What is it and how is it the key to standardizing data security standards? Please be sure to check back on the NCX site for scheduling so you can join me and the other NCX SMEs for these presentations. Well, it's time to go, and I want to thank you for taking the time to bear with me. I leave you with this request. If you are a prospective member of National Cyber Exchange and consider joining, I would encourage you to do so. Take the next step now and become a part of this amazing collaborative effort. When you join NCX, if you don't know this already, you'll become part of a family that is dedicated to providing cybersecurity education. You'll also get enhanced enlightenment that will bring you up to speed on the fact that our national infrastructure is being threatened every day by rogue nations and bands of hackers who have turned our corporate and home networks into potential targets on a digital battlefield. As a member of the NCX family, you will certainly be providing education and the tools to help stem the tide and prepare citizens and corporations to protect themselves. Please take time to sign up and forward this message on to your colleagues. Thanks, and be safe out there.
Hello, I'm Andrea Wacker, small business owner for 25 plus years with a background in finance and risk management. As a small business owner, I understood the need for legal access, but would weigh the cost to the legal situation. When introduced to a 45-year-old company that provided access nationwide in all areas of law for a small monthly fee, it changed the footprint to my legal business decisions on a daily basis. In 2004, I joined a global company with over 40 years experience in the identity theft arena as a certified identity theft risk management specialist, offering identity theft services not only for monitoring, but a complete restoration of your identity back to pre-theft status. We cover all areas of identity theft: financial, Social Security, driver's license, criminal, and medical. Financial being 17% of identity theft, with the largest and fastest growing crime is medical at 48%, with a 40% increase over the past 24 months. I have partnered with National Cyber Exchange as a certified identity theft risk management specialist to educate and provide legal and identity theft services to their members, as well as informational articles and tips on identity theft. Thank you, and I look forward to providing you with information on the largest and fastest growing crime in America today.
Cybersecurity cannot work in isolation. Hi, my name is Larry Briggy, and I am honored to be part of NCX's offering and to serve as a subject matter expert. NCX is providing a wonderful opportunity for education, training, tools, resources, and access to critical security notifications. Whether you are a CIO, an established security expert, or someone who just wants to learn a little bit more, NCX is providing a great vehicle for you to grow and the resources that will be useful for you and your organization. My role will be step away from purely cybersecurity issues and to help you understand other issues and other factors that affect your cybersecurity policies and make them better. I have been working with electronic data for over 30 years, helping corporations and government agencies to address challenges, integrate technology into everyday workflow, increase efficiency, reduce costs, and most importantly, reduce risk. I have worked within some of the nation's premier law firms and some of the largest international consulting firms providing strategy and solutions to corporate and government clients on some of their most challenging matters. In these roles, I've learned about security, IT operations, the proper handling of electronic data, goals and priorities of corporations, as well as the structured reality of the legal world. I have written and presented on topics such as best practices, quality control, lessons learned, and project management. I have testified, I have written expert and fact reports, and I have served as a technical advisor for Special Master. Let me get back to my opening statement. Cybersecurity cannot work in isolation. Cybersecurity has to work in your environment to be effective. It cannot hamper staff activities too much. And the staff has to understand why so they can buy in and actually implement the policies and procedures that you are trying to implement. It can't hinder back office operations too much either. Otherwise, the work just simply won't get done. Information governance, e-discovery, and legal involvement are all critically essential to developing sound preparation and responsive planning, because these help to define a larger, more complete vision of the company and the organization. By integrating these functions into cybersecurity, you can potentially save cybersecurity effort by knowing where best to focus your efforts and implementing policies and procedures which reduce time and save costs in other areas of the firm, such as discovery and legal. To foster this along, my first webinar is entitled, What is Data Mapping and Why is it so critical to cybersecurity? The presentation will be followed by a white paper and the opening of a forum to facilitate discussions and hopefully answer your questions. As my brief time with you this morning comes to a close, I would ask the following. First, register your membership with NCX today. Second, do your friends and colleagues a favor and share with them the information about NCX. Third, refer to the NCX training calendar for specific dates and times of future sessions. And fourth, please suggest topics and just get involved. For NCX to be successful, it has to be about what's of interest to you and relevant to your company. For us to be successful, you need to get involved and we need to hear from you. Thank you very much for your time this morning, and congratulations on taking the first steps.
Hello, I'm Matt Titcomb, the CEO and founder of Peak InfoSec. Thank you for taking time to learn more about us. First, why are we involved in NCX? One of our core values is to share our knowledge and experiences with businesses and the information security community so everyone can benefit. Frankly, we are outnumbered and outgunned as information security professionals. NCX provides a critically needed opportunity for us to both fulfill a core value and provide a mechanism where everyone from a retiree to a chief executive officer can become more aware of the threats on the internet. Now a little bit more about us. Peak InfoSec is an information security consulting firm that applies our decades of information security and information technology experience to help firms improve their information security culture. We have experience providing information security services across many business sectors. Major clients we've supported include ConocoPhillips, Del Monte, IBM, Sony, and United Launch Alliance. As a company based in Colorado, our clients are located across the globe. Our services have taken us to support clients from Munich, Germany to Singapore. We've provided everything from policy development, designing global secure network architectures, to smothering advanced persistent threats. If you look at our website, many of the services we offer are comparable to other information security consulting companies. So what differentiates Peak InfoSec? We put your company first. Peak InfoSec doesn't resell any services, software, or hardware. As a result, we do not have a hidden agenda to try and push you to a product that you really may not need. Our real goal is to help your firm establish an information security program that manages your risks based on your tolerance levels. To do that, we have to learn your business and walk you through policies, plans, procedures, and practices. Our 4 Ps. You can find out more about the 4 Ps on our website. As a part of helping you to establish an effective information security culture, we believe you can handle the truth, and we will always tell you the truth. We often find ourselves in a counseling mode as your business goes through normal culture change stages. Lastly, Peak InfoSec specializes in taking a holistic approach to your information security program. For some of our clients, that's from scratch as we help them to get started. For others, we've come in to find and identify gaps and deviations from information security best practices, provide recommended remediations, and help to develop the strategic plan to get the job done. Thanks for your time in joining us with NCX.
Hi, my name is Andy Hio, and I'm a subject matter expert with the National Cyber Exchange, a nonprofit member organization that deals with cybersecurity, cyber defense, and all aspects of our evolving community. I joined the NCX because I understand the domain, and I understand how our nation is still trying to evolve as it pertains to integrating moments of cybersecurity into our lives. We are still extremely vulnerable to cyber attacks, and part of the NCX's mission is to advance this movement and to help embolden our population to pay attention to cybersecurity and to hopefully make it more secure in the cyberspace domain. As a member of government all of my professional life, I realized that this massive effort cannot just be placed on government, but really needs to be taken on by our citizens, literally anyone who is holding any type of device. The NCX is here to fulfill a huge gap in the knowledge base. We have training, starting with awareness programs, moving all the way to in-depth technical education. We have webinars, virtual meetings with SMEs like yours truly, and a national alert notification capability to help the population be aware of critical incidents. The NCX is a national entity. It really is about incorporating everyone in the United States together to unify this effort. The NCX is here to do something that we need to do every day, and that's feed your mind. When I listen to my Fearless Motivation tracks every day, I'm reminded of a quote that I've heard, which is that the person you will be with in 5 years is based on the books you read and the people you hang around with today. This really isn't any different than what is in our future in cybersecurity and in cyberspace. The culture we will have in the future with cybersecurity will be based on everything we do today. We need to take what we listen to, the opinions that we believe, the books we read, the videos we watch. Literally, all the information that we take in, positive or negative, will affect our future. What we feed our mind will shape our future. Consider, with all the garbage that's out there in video and in books, if all we take in is garbage, guess what your future is going to be made of? The NCX is part of something bigger, and that's commitment. We are committing to feed the minds of people who want more knowledge and surround them with those who have the exact same ambition. It does matter where you get your information from, so we want the NCX to be the source that helps you feed your mind every day. Your future self is begging you to not be like the rest, to learn more than the rest, to work smarter than the rest. Your future self is begging you to do the work now so that you can enjoy the universe later. Cyber events are happening now, whether we like it or not. They will be happening 5 to 10 years from now. We need to condition our minds today on how to get after the problem. If you don't feed your mind with knowledge and how to succeed, it will rot with mediocrity. And this is a domain where we cannot afford to fail. So drop me a line sometime if you want to know more about this industry. Ask questions. I specialize in cybersecurity, cyber defense, and also work a lot with managing personnel in this realm. Thanks so much.
Hello, everybody. I am Darla Lent, the Risk Management Director for National Cyber Exchange. Mike Simmons touched on the NCX Risk Management Solutions in the opening, and I want to talk about that just a little bit. This is one of our most exciting offerings here at NCX. The risk management solutions that we offer are tools designed for businesses of all sizes. It's scalable. We can unlock savings, provide product solutions, expose liabilities in the supply chain, and really strengthen businesses' cyber posture and make them more competitive. We do that with cybersecurity measures, cyber insurance, and identity theft protection. I want to invite you to look at the NCX Forum calendar for more details on the upcoming Risk Management Solutions webinar we'll offer in mid-November. In closing, on behalf of the NCX leadership team and our SMEs, we want to thank you for joining us today. In closing, let me just say, in some respect, this is a baptism by fire. This is not something we've done before. We do expect some snags and some hiccups on the forum as folks join. So we want you to let us know and keep us informed of any snags that you come across. One reminder you heard all through this message is download the mobile apps. The NCX mobile apps have demonstrated to have a high impact on awareness, and that's where we need to start. Next, we invite you to visit the NCX Forum calendar for upcoming webinars, events, and trainings. We will be constantly adding things as we prepare to move forward with our campaigns. And lastly, we want your feedback. What offerings would be beneficial to you and your organization to strengthen your cyber position? And what could we offer on the communications platform that would be beneficial to you? And you can give us that information at info@nationalcyber.org. We also promised a coupon code so that you could register. So our coupon code, you can see it on the screen, it's NCXWD50. So again, we thank you for joining us and we hope you have a wonderful day.